Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest XI. And in the last part, the hero and Hendrick infiltrated the Halidor castle, which has been taken over by some super powerful entity. And at the very end of the last part, we found a little bit of a we found an Yggdrasil root in one of the areas of the castle, which our boy has touched, and now we're looking a little bit into the past, and we get to see Jasper and Hendrick when they were young, kind of when they were young, you know, kids joining the I guess the Knight Corps, or wherever, you know, the Order of Knights for Heliodor, training to join those ranks. And I really like these scenes because we get to see a little bit of what Hendrick and Jasper were like when they were younger. Get to see a little baby princess, a little baby Jade. How cute! And King Carnelian kind of telling them that, you know, you are going to be the two that are going to have to protect Princess Jade. You're the two that I'm going to be placing my trust in.
We would surely be the greatest knights this kingdom has ever seen.
I actually really like the job that they did with Hendrick and Jasper's voices as when they were kids. I don't know if it was just the adult voice actors, but they pitched them up somehow a little bit, or whether it was something else, whether they did something different. Whether, you know, it was completely different voice actors, but if they did get completely different voice actors, damn, they sound pretty close to what they would sound like as adults. It's a pretty, you know, good casting choice here. So yeah, but we saw this in a book earlier on, didn't we? Where they talked about the Shield of Heliodor, how that is, you know, a major treasure.
Oh, I have my ways.
And so Jasper wants to get his hands on it. So let's see if we can. He wants to head up to the king's quarters so that he can try and get this thingamajiggy, this shield. I also kind of like this little thing, like the king has like a secret passage behind a cupboard in the kitchen that leads up to his bedroom. It's kind of cool that he has that, you know. It's kind of cool that basically he uses this purely to satisfy his belly. It's kind of cool. Definitely fits with the king's personality, I think. So yeah, but we don't find out whether he actually got the shield or not, or what happened. Just fast forward now.
Of course.
And yeah,
The passage to the
see a
king's
sad
chambers.
Jasper, so we don't really know what became that day.
A vision?
We will find out. We'll find out a little bit more very soon about
Luminary.
what happened with Jasper
You are able
and
to draw
all that
the
other stuff.
memories amassed within the world tree to pry into others' pasts. Very impressive.
He's kind.
The kitchen is on the north
He's kind of
side
a
the
dick
castle,
there.
behind the banqueting hall.
He's kind of like, huh, how quaint, looking into other people's pasts. You reprobate. He kind of snide about it. Which, you know, I suppose, yeah, fair enough. But anyway, we know where we need to go now. We need to head into the kitchen, which is about... I kind of went here earlier. And yes, that was because I knew about the thing in the kitchen. I was kind of interested, actually, to see if it would actually do anything, or whether you had to view that cutscene first. And yep, you have to view the cutscene first before you can move the set of drawers in order for us to get up to the higher level.
I did not
So there you
make
go.
it here that night.
We can make our way now.
I was caught trying to slip out of my chambers. The king made me polish all the armor in the castle. Jasper was disgusted.
I kind of like this as well.
We had a furious argument. We had so many in those days. But there was more happiness.
Again, little bits, little details here
Life was simple. We had
about
purpose.
their past and
We would
basically
stick
how
together in defense of
Hendrick
the
tried to
Empire.
slip out but was caught by one of the chambermaids, and so he was forced to clean all the armor in the castle
I have
the next day to make up for the fact that he got caught, because he was trying to sneak out.
My loyalties have been tested, but not by you. Whatever lies ahead, we must face it together.
Yeah, this is another but thou must kind of situation where you can say, oh no, he don't even give you a choice here. Yeah. But yeah, so finally Hendrick apologizes, which is kind of a nice little character moment for Hendrick to formally apologize for everything that's gone on. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not really his. Oh, the cape, nice. It's not really his fault. I mean, at the end of the day, he's just been following orders. The king tells him that this person is, that we're the bad guy. He's going to listen to him, isn't he? Little lifesavers, listen. Yeah, all these rings and stones basically protect you from every type of status ailment. So it's worth getting this thing. It's worth coming up here to get this little thing. So, it's worth getting these recipes because they are kind of cool and kind of useful. That was me working out, okay, which is the right way. So I can go the wrong way to pick up some more shit. I think I did miss a couple of books that I could have read, but whatever. And yeah, and King Cornelian has a book about how awesome he is. Okay. I guess, to be fair, I think all monarchs probably do have like a book talking about how awesome their escapades are and stuff like that. So let's keep looking a little bit longer. What else have we got? Oh, we got a chest. It's a chest. Alright, book first. Urgent Geographic. Grade 5. Yeah, this is about the 5 kind of what used to be the five nations that made up Erdrea. And so we get a bit of information about, just basically the 5, nations that make up the continent of Erdrea, basically. We can't go up that way. I think we can. Yeah, we can go. No, we can't. See, this was what I was thinking here. Was that the highest point must be where the boss is, and nope, the boss is in here, and I never opened the chest next to him either. So I kind of fucked up there. But it happens sometimes where you have like a one-track mind, and you don't really look at your surroundings too much. I do like this introduction to Jasper, and yeah, Jasper's really changed.
Done well to make it here, old friend. And with the darkspawn in tow.
The purple skin and the red eyes. It basically kind of turned into whatever Mordegon's race is. I think he's a demon, but I don't think they ever say. And Hendrick, without a moment's hesitation, is going to cut down his former best friend.
Brute force may have won the day once upon a time, but things are very different now.
Yeah, Jasper's seriously strong at this point. He's basically got
Why did you give
the
yourself
power
to
of
the
Mordegon
darkness?
at his disposal.
What of our pact? We swore fealty to Heliodor. We promised to protect the kingdom together.
Why?
What about that?
You, of all people, ask me why?
So yeah, now we get a bit of Jasper's perspective on the whole thing, and kind of the reason why he betrayed everyone and kind of went in his own way.
Why? Surely. Why is it
Kind of
that
like
you
these
always
flashbacks
thought
as well. It's really
yourself
cool.
So much better than me.
Yeah, it's
Why was it always you
basically
who
the
was giving
case
golden
that
opportunities? Why was it always you who got just
that
what
it's,
you
you know, a
wanted?
typical thing where
Why? Tell me why!
he feels like he wasn't given, that Hendrick was given all the golden opportunities and he was kind of overlooked, and so he felt a strong kind of resentment as time went on towards Hendrick. Yeah, he got a little bit of this, but I think, to be fair to Hendrick on this moment, I think this is purely him just being like, single-mindedness. I've got to go see the king, and so didn't really have the time to talk to Jasper. But yeah, this is a fairly typical thing with these kinds of stories. We always have these kinds of these kinds of things and these kinds of stories, particularly in like anime and stuff like that, where you always have like the two people who are going for the same goal to kind of be, whether it be to become a part of the Night Order or whatever, and one gets all the accolades and the other doesn't, and it's not particularly because he's so strong. It's not because Hendrick is so much better, you know. He doesn't think of himself that way. It's just how everything was dealt. And yeah, Jasper in the end feels as though, you know, he worked his ass off just as much as Hendrick did, if not more than he did, and yet he doesn't get any of the
my family, my friends, all to the
you know, he
dark
didn't get
power
all
that
that
serve.
part, you know.
I lost my faith.
Jasper feels that he worked so hard and then basically got next to nothing, whereas Hendrick got everything.
And that I was powerless to protect them. But I can protect them. I must. And there is one.
And I kind of like
must
Hendrick's
protect
speech here, where he's
above
like,
all others.
you know, he lost basically everything to the darkness that Jasper is now bathed himself in.
Duty to deliver the world from evil.
So, you know, he's going to protect everyone, and he's going to stop them, even if it means
Jasper, you are a
ending
traitor
a
to
former
your
friend
kingdom, a servant of
and
evil,
confidant. He's
and a
gonna
threat to
do
the
with it,
servant
and
of
you
light.
know, he's gonna
I
protect us
sentence
to
you to
help us, you know, protect the light and defeat evil. He's gonna help us in any way that he can at this point.
I do not begin quaking just yet. Now let us end.
Stop doing that trick. It's bullshit. It's so bullshit. What are you doing, kid? So yeah, Jasper at this point is going to disappear off into the night. And we get to see a bit of his true form here, this kind of giant bat demon thing, which, to be honest, is kind of a cool design. But yeah, it's kind of showing that he's completely gone. He's gone so far into the darkness that there's no way he's coming back. So yeah, this is kind of the first, another goal's kind of set up. The next goal to kind of defeat and finish off Jasper after you've got the rest of the party back together. So I kind of like that. And yeah, now it's time to face the Guardian of Heliodor Castle. who, yeah, I think has a really cool design. Kind of this knight, this skeleton knight wielding a sword, and he has a great name, Tyriant. Tyriant, servant of the Lord of Shadows, and I love his voice as well. I guess you could say it's kind of an obvious voice to do, but it sounds so good. I love it.
All is as the Lord of Shadows wills it. As long as I yet live, the dawn shall not return.
So yeah, basically kill him, and we can restore light to Helidor Castle and the surrounding area with his dual swords. You know, the swords are actually really cool looking as well, to be fair. I really like it. Yeah, he's such a cool design, Tyriant. Okay. So at this point, we don't really have anybody who's going to consistently power our attacks up at this point. So, use Unbridled Blade. To start off with. Okay. So, you might see that I basically reduced my... didn't use Unbridled Blade there. It's quite simple, really. He has an ability which significantly increases the ability of him to deflect sword-based attacks, and an Unbridled Blade is a sword-based attack. So at this point, it's the best thing for you to do is to just wait until his parrying goes back to normal, and then you can start using the Unbridled Blade again. Yeah, but at this point, so... Now, the thing is, at this point, you can just use... You can go after Tyriant's shadow, because his shadow doesn't have a massive amount of health. But I think at this point, I was just like, okay, I'm going to just focus on... No. Okay, I decided against it now to just... kill his shadow off quickly, or to try and kill his shadow off as quickly as possible. I'm pepped up now, baby. There you go, he's gone down. He goes down relatively quickly. He doesn't really hit all that hard. He's just a bit of a pain in the arse, and now he's fucking parrying again. Pain in the arse. So yeah, just try and whack him as much as you can. I mean, as long as you're... So, let's see. Will this get blocked? It didn't, fortunately. There we go. Yeah, I think at this point I was just like, fuck, let's just try Unbridled Blade. If I miss some. If some get parried, so be it, but... Yeah, but, if the fight does go on, I think he can... bring back... he can summon another shadow, but as long as you're at a decent level and you keep up with the punishment, get rid of the shadow as quickly as you can as well, then you won't be too much of a problem to deal with. Like, to be honest, Tyriant, the only thing annoying about him is his ability to create doppelgangers, and his ability to increase his parrying ability, but it's nothing too difficult. And he's carrying the purple orb. It was in his eye. So, yep, we've now got the purple orb, which means light has now returned back to Helidor Castle and the surrounding area, and we've successfully done our mission. So join me next time for the next part of Dragon Quest XI, when we'll be heading back to the last bastion, and we will be getting our orders of what to do next from the King of Helidor. So yeah, see you next time.